The coldest night of the year is more than just a walk. It's a chance to walk in solidarity with those experiencing hurt and hunger and homelessness during those harsh winter months. Start Me Up Niagara is excited to announce their 12th campaign, and joining me in the studio is fundraising coordinator Emily Fuguth and walk ambassador Dano O'Shea. Emily and Dano, thanks so much for joining me here today, and we know that this event helps raise critical funds. So how does this really impact our community?
Obviously, it's a community event, so it's bringing the community together about a cause that I think is near and dear to many of our hearts. Yeah. And it's raising valuable funds for Start Me Up Niagara for the amazing programs that we run.
And let's get right into, you've got the kickoff event, at the Ice Dogs game, Saturday, February 8th. So Are you excited for this?
Oh, so excited. The Niagara Ice Dogs are fabulous. Been so wonderful to have some time with them to do some video and so on and get to know the players this year. We're at the Niagara Ice Dogs game on the 8th. We have Pass the Bucket. We have our Toque Toss, which is always fun during the second intermission. And this year we have the Chuck-a-Puck, where we'll have prizes for adults and children.
And so how does that work? So you get to
you purchase a puck, okay. 1 for $5 or 3 for $10, I think is how it goes. And then during the intermission, you throw them on the ice, and you're trying to get as close to bones. Okay. So there'll be more than one prize this year. We've said that we'll do 5 for adults and 5 for children.
And the toques, I take it, are the ones you're wearing here?
They're last year's toques. Okay. This is this year's toque.
Excellent.
So these you earn by raising $150 on your team or your individual walks.
And why don't you tell us a bit about, I'm looking at your necklace, I'm eyeing it here. So what's happening with Barnhouse Jewelry Collection?
Barnhouse Jewelry every year does a collection for us for the St. Catharines Walk. So this year she's doing a ring, and she's also doing a beautiful pendant that are available from her website and Facebook page. And 50% of the proceeds go back to the Coldest Night Walk.
Oh wow, that's
which
so
is
generous.
Amazing, so generous and so talented and so beautiful. So we love what Fed is able to make for us every year.
Amazing. I know, I've been eyeing that. I like it. Okay, so Dano, you're part of this popular band, My Son the Hurricane. You're this year's walk ambassador. Take us back. How'd you get involved?
We had a 15-country tour this year. Emily reached out, and she, asked me how I felt about this initiative. And I live downtown. I also work downtown in my off season, and I see how things are changing, and I see how people are experiencing a lot of hard things, especially this time of year. Right now, outside this studio, it's minus 15 degrees. So I wanted to, I have the microphone right now, as they say, so we wanted to use the positivity of our group. We're about bringing people together when we can. And if we can use that voice to bring, some volume to this situation, we'd like to.
And do you have any kind of personal connection to the Coldest Night of the Year event?
Well, this is my first time, and so I'm still learning more about it, but I always wanted to get involved in my community. And maybe it's the fact that my kids are getting raised in this community now, and maybe the fact that I work downtown and I see these things that I really wanted to finally get involved. And when Emily reached out, it seemed like the perfect time to do this.
And I mean, you were just saying, when you're traveling so much and you see so many other communities, from experience, I kind of find when you get home, you have a real appreciation for your home. Absolutely.
We fly the flag of Niagara everywhere we go. And we're so proud of it, but we also know that we have our challenges. And Start Me Up is doing wonderful things. And if we can help as a community, we definitely should.
Okay, so let's get to the help part. So Emily, tell us about the walk and how each step will represent creating a safe and welcoming space.
Absolutely. The walk is you're forming teams with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your neighbors, and together you're reaching out to your small community and raising valuable funds for your team, and then coming out the night of the walk. And this year we have an interactive piece where you can really get involved in kind of the issues around it and read some personal stories from those who were with lived experience. We have an area for kids to do a little craft and have fun. And then the walk itself is a 2-kilometer or 5-kilometer walk around the downtown core. It's beautiful that it's accessible. Everything's nicely plowed, so easy for everybody to get around. And then coming back to Market Square, where we kind of celebrate the evening together and the combined being together in solidarity about these issues.
And I love that you mentioned it is a family-friendly event.
It is.
There are, I find it's such a great way to include our children and show them how to give back. So in the coming weeks, after the event, during these harsh winter months, how can people continue to help Start Me Up Niagara?
Obviously by donating, of course. Donating to the walk and to raise those funds. But maybe seeing things different. This year's theme is change the tune. Can we change the tune on how we see those living unhoused and living in these situations, the mental health issues, and just seeing the issues around that and maybe seeing it a different perspective, having more empathy, and just learning more about how and why people end up in these situations.
And when is the walk?
The walk is Saturday, February 22nd.
Okay. And how are you feeling about the walk coming up?
I'm excited, and like you said, it's family friendly. I have 2 young kids. One of them is very excited to go. The other not so much to be in the cold. But I think it's really, really important, and it's a great way for us to teach them about some of the things that are happening, in our downtown core.
Yeah. And where can people go to get more information?
They can go to smun.ca. That will take you right to our St. Catharines Walk page, and you can donate, you can sign up as a team, you can sign up as an individual, or you can volunteer.
And what's the cutoff for that?
Really the day of.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And donations are accepted actually right till March 31st.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I wish you all the luck. What a wonderful cause, and thank you so much for joining us in studio.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us.